Morning guys, this is Kent here at Kent and Sherry at Blessed Farm. I'm coming back with you here in a minute with garden story time. See you here in a minute. Hey, morning guys, this is Kent back with you here at Blessed Farm, and I'm going to come back with you today and we start our garden story time. I'm reading out of my book here, The Teaching of the Spirit, some Seneca stories. So let me get right to it. The story today is going to be the 7 Star brothers, okay? There were 7 brothers long ago who trained to become warriors of the Seneca people. Their uncle sat with them outside their mother's lodge and played on the drum so that they might dance, the war dance, and learn the warrior's ways. Each day they danced, and their mother became displeased. When the uncle declared the young men ready, they spoke among themselves and decided to go out along the warpath, because there was, in those days, a war between the Seneca and their neighbors. The 7 sons gathered at the war post and began to dance around it. According to their customs, their mother was asked to dry meat and parched corn that they would eat on their journey. The mother did not want them to go away, since all of them might not return from the warpath, and she refused to give them the food that they needed, even though it was required. 3 times the 7 brothers did the war dance around the war post. 3 times their mother refused to give them even a single cake of cornmeal bread. The brothers went again to the war post, and the 4th time the oldest brother changed his song and sang. He sang a magic song, and as he lifted his leg to step a dance step, he stepped up into the air. Each brother followed, and they were soon dancing just above the ground. On the 2nd turn around the war post, the oldest brother again stepped up. And with each round, the 7 warriors went higher and higher into the air. Since their mother would not let the oldest son lead his brothers along the warpath, he led them upward into the sky. Their mother heard the strange song, and she shouts at the people of the village, who saw her 7 sons climbing slowly into the heavens. The mother ran out of her lodge and called to the oldest son, asking him not to leave her there alone. The oldest son's heart was touched, but he did not look down. The mother called out again, and the oldest warrior looked down, and he stumbled in the dance and almost fell from the sky. He warned the other brothers not to look down until they reached the sky world. Their mother called out a 3rd time, and the sons danced on. When the mother began to weep and called out to her firstborn son with her arms outstretched, and the oldest brother's heart was very touched. He looked down at his mother, stumbled, and he fell out of the dance. As the 6 older brother warriors went up into the sky world, the 7th fell to the earth like a falling star and struck the ground near his mother. The mother ran to the crack in the ground that the falling brother had made. The crack was deep, and there was nothing inside it. She looked up and saw that her remaining sons had become a circle of stars, dancing forever around the war post in the sky. She stayed at the crack in the ground and built her lodge there with her own hands. A green tree grew out of the crack and grew tall like her firstborn son had been. When a hunter slashed the tree to see if it had sap like sweet maple, blood ran from it instead. The mother bound up the tree's wound and stayed by it. She sang to the tree each night as she had sung to her firstborn son when he was just a baby on the cradle board. In the spring of the year, the tree grew feather bundles, like the feather bundles on her son's dance costume. But these feather bundles were made of wood, and were the seeds of the new race of trees, and the Senecas named them pine. The children of the pine, when slashed, gave sap that the people used to make canoes and the rope. The feather bundles are the cones of the pines today. When the tree's mother grew old and died, the first pine tree also died, and the spirit of the oldest brother went to be with his brothers in the sky. So each night, the 7 brothers are together dancing high above the council house of the Seneca people. So there you go, guys. It's a really quick story, pretty cute story. Talk about the pine and the Seneca Nation and how they use the things of the pine. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them. Please subscribe. Please join. I appreciate y'all being here. Y'all take care of yourselves, live well, and of course, God bless y'all. And you see my animals around here. They all decided to join us here for story time. I got all my chickens around me, and the turkeys are joining us. Right there, you see, there's Christmas, there's Thanksgiving. So, all right, guys. Again, I appreciate y'all being here. Please subscribe and share with others. You can see us here, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Y'all take care, and God bless.